Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Hjkpodcast. Today, I'm your host, Hanson. Today, I have a special guest with me. His name is Chima. He's the CEO of his own clothing brand company, as well as the main designer. What's up, man? How you doing today?
How's it going? Thank you for having me.
Likewise, man. So, what you got going on in your life right now, business-wise?
Business-wise, right now, we have the collection Butterfly Effect out right now. Doing really well. The hoodie sold out, the black tie-dye one, and then the purple one. And I think mask, there's only 2 more left. So make sure you check out the website, And what I do is just when I drop once and that's it. I don't restock. So make sure you don't miss that out on that one. But that's what's going on.
So everything is limited then.
Pretty much, yeah. Once collection is done, and that's it.
That's one of the bonuses of buying from local brands and just shopping locally, because they're not putting out a ton of the same stuff where
Exactly.
a bunch of different people can have it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that's dope, man. That's dope. I really dig the butterfly effect. I really wanted one, but I kind of had to hold off a little bit. I splurge on shopping. Fair price for sure, definitely fair price. Actually, I'm wearing one of his designs right now. This is called
It's the ice cream Vavylon crew neck.
It's dope. I like it a lot. It's really, you know what I mean? It's good quality stuff. The size is what I actually anticipated it for to be, so it actually fits. You know what I mean? I'm really happy with it. The wife ain't try on hers yet, but you know what I mean? When she do, I'm sure she's gonna say the same thing. So what inspired you to actually start Vavylon?
Started off Vavylon. I was when I was a kid, I always loved fashion. My mom always dressed me really nice, and then my grandma do own this boutique place in Osaka. She kind of gets the stuff from a European country, and then she's kind of like a retail, kind of just sell it.
Yeah.
So I was always around that. So even in that building, like across her store, there's like this she had like a chandelier store. They sell glasses and stuff, like beautiful glasses. If you go a couple doors down, like a fabric store, and if you go a couple down, to like multiple clothing stores. So I've been always around that area. So I always had love for fashion, but the Vavylon started May of 2017. I was in Chicago, ran into a couple people, and then I was like, damn, like I should do it, because as everybody know too, but we always have expectation from our parents, to be a doctor or a teacher or whatnot. So I was looking into be a DOS teacher. So but then I ran into this one guy. He was like, what do you want to do? And then my dumb ass was like, I'm gonna be a teacher. And he was like, no, like, what do you want to do? Not like what your mom or your dad wants you to do, what you want to do. So I was like, I love fashion. I want to do clothes. And then he was like, then just try it, because if you don't try it, then you won't know. So from there I started. I was in my dorm room just kind of putting ideas out. I'll show after this. I'll show it to you. I'll send it to you a picture too. But I had this bomber jacket I designed when I was in the dorm room, and it was pretty dope looking back at it. But yeah, that's where I started. But it was in Chicago in my college dorm.
You was actually studying business while you was going to school there, right?
Yep, business administration.
And you're currently studying marketing.
And masters, yeah, I'm a master's in marketing.
Yeah, that's dope, man. So we got a young black, successful man right here that's doing really big things. In regards to the inspiration, you said you did a jacket at first. It's pretty dope. You're gonna show me like sketches later and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll show it too, because I was looking back at it, and then I was like, man, like I used to just put stuff in, but I know I wouldn't make it because I got the image from Google, and I was just kind of seeing like what looked nice, but like the concept was pretty dope, and I was like, damn, that's pretty cool.
So you should shout out that guy that actually like had a serious talk with you and it's like, look, don't worry about what other people want you to do or what other people tell you should do.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Do what you actually have a passion for and what you love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You still in contact with that person today?
I don't actually. I don't talk to him. I don't know where he's at no more. After I think my senior year in college.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to him, and it just ghost. Like nobody know where he went. Like his social media is gone and everything. So. But shout out to him.
Shout out to him.
I don't know, but it's what it is, But yeah, he did kind of open up like my door to push myself. So, shout out to him.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So what kind of challenges that you run into at the beginning of starting off Vavylon that you didn't think that you was gonna run into, or just what was a little bit more difficult?
The difficult part about just starting in general was like I said, it's the trust to build from customer. It's pretty difficult because of a lot of people doing clothing brand every single day. As we speak, people making their own clothing brand. It can be temporary, it can be forever, it can be the next Supreme, I don't know, but people are always building something up. But then the start is usually struggle because people think of it as like, oh, he's just trying to make a quick buck out of everybody. And then, I ran into a couple of clothing brands. When I looked at it, I was like, man, like I can tell they didn't put 100% effort in it. And also, the website was it wasn't appealing. So that kind of think of like, man, is it a scam? Like, I'll pay $50 for this hoodie. Will I get it?
Yeah.
So those are the trusts I had kind of faced a lot in the beginning. They didn't tell me that they didn't trust me, but I can just tell.
Yeah, just from people's body language, just how people
tell.
Vibe with you, right?
Yeah, I can just tell they're kind of like, okay, like, cool, we'll support you, but...
Yeah. Communication comes in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
It's not just verbal, man.
Exactly.
People give off auras, you know
exactly.
what I mean?
So I felt that, and I don't blame them, because I did the same thing. So, but that's the first... That's the first struggle I had, was just to kind of build that clientele where, like, trust from the customers. And then the second one was investment, a lot of investment. That was pretty hard because I was a college student. I didn't have that much money. I had 2 jobs, but then it's like, this is my fault, but I spent money on alcohol, going to party, going to the club, and then...
I don't know anybody that doesn't do that.
Yeah, and I was pretty half-assing everything in the beginning. I'm not even gonna lie.
And that's with your business. You was half-assing like your business.
In the beginning, yeah. In the beginning, I was like, I'll just do it. But then I was just like, okay, like, when I was doing this, I was making a product. But then when I drop it, it's like I don't sell. But then when I look at my product, it's just like, I wouldn't even wear that. And that's when I knew. I was like, yeah, you're just bullshitting. So, just kind of, what do you mean? Like, if you're serious about it, take it serious and stop fucking around. And then if you're going to do it as a joke, just don't even do it. Because at this point, you're wasting your money, your time. And then, like, your great friends and your family trying to support you, you're just going to let them down because, like, they have faith in you.
Yeah.
Then you're over here spending $200-$300 in the club, and then but you can't buy a bulk of shirt. Like, it's stuff like that came to my mind. So I was like, I'm going to take this shit serious. So, I'm telling the truth, but I don't really go out like that anymore either.
Yeah.
Like, if I do go out here and then.
Yeah.
But in college, it was every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll go out. And then it's like just spending, blowing money out.
Yeah. That's the thing to do in college, though, especially when, you was coming from Japan. It was a new area, new environment, new surroundings, new friends. Like, that's going to happen to anybody.
Yeah. So that was just a struggle to balance those out.
Yeah. You gotta find balance, man. Exactly. That's really important. So you mentioned you was working 2 jobs while being a college student, and you still started Vavylon. So technically, there's no excuses out there for why you shouldn't be able to start your own business or your own clothing company or whatever it is that you're passionate about. You know what I mean? Because here we have live in the flesh. You know what I mean? Chima, he did it. Yeah, he made some mistakes along the way, but everybody's gonna make mistakes. Just learn from those, and you definitely grew. So the way you actually invested it into your company was savings. You didn't like max out credit cards or do anything.
Yeah. So with that in college, I'm not sure if it's every college, but my college there was this 2 credit card company people. They're downstairs like, hey, you want a credit card? You want a credit card? You want a credit card? And I was just like, I really wanted it because at that point I was broke. So I was like, shit, like I should get it. But then I was like,
that's the worst time to get it.
Yeah, this is not the time to get it.
Yeah.
So I said no. My mom and my pops will send me money. I put that to the side as a saving. And then whatever I make at work, I'll try to save some. And then, I didn't stop going out, but I kind of cut down on it.
Yeah.
But still be like, hey, this is my like entertainment money. So like, it's for alcohol, going out to eat, club.
So you started a budget.
I started a budget. So that's why I was able to invest in my business.
Yeah.
So it was tough though, because I didn't have that mindset for a long time. Because before college, I was living with my dad. Yeah. And then I lived with my dad and my mom, and then they gave me money. And then I mean, rent was paid.
Yep.
Everything was paid. Only thing I had to do was go to school, get A, come back. That's
Yeah.
it. So I didn't have that budget mentality. I think I spend it, money just grows on tree, and that was my mistake I learned too. And I'm pretty sure people out there still trying to figure out how to budget, and then I'm still trying to figure out how to budget too.
Facts, man. That's a huge topic for like us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say. I think everybody suffers from it, but I feel like it's a little bit worse in like the black community. Like we spend money before we even gate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like our money's pending in our like direct deposit is pending 2 days, and we're like we already know what the fuck we gonna blow it on before we even gate.
We be planning everything out.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So budgeting and that stuff takes discipline, man. You know what I mean? It's not easy, man. It's you know what I mean? Because you got like 1,500, 2,000, and you're like, damn, like well, I could spend this on quick. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's not. It's really hard, but at least you figured that out early on.
Yeah, I did. I mean, hell, at one point I didn't have no money in my bank.
Yeah,
like, at all.
Yeah, it's a lot of Americans right now.
Like,
shouts out to COVID.
And I was like, man, this is bad. And then I'm sitting here thinking, I have 2 jobs, and I got no money in my bank. That's a problem.
And that was just blowing it on,
just food.
Partying.
Like it was just bad.
Yeah.
And then that's when I knew I shouldn't be, just kind of cut it down and try to manage it. So it's getting better though. So
yeah. Okay. That's what's up, man. So with starting a business financially, it was all savings. If somebody's just now like a novice, just like, man, I have a passion for clothing. I have like great imagination. I think I could come out with like some really dope stuff. You know what I mean? What's a starting off budget you'd give for them? You know what I mean? Is it 1,500? Is it 2,000? Is it 35?
Honestly, let's just say you want to start a clothing brand. You serious? Like,
yeah.
You super serious. My first advice is don't let your friends talk you down to it. Don't let your age talk you down. Like don't put anything in factor because of if you think about like shit, I'm 35, I can't start a brand.
Yeah.
That's not fucking true. Like you can start any day. You can be 50 and start a clothing brand and you can blow up.
Facts.
I
think that would probably be the best time to start when you like
just
13, 14, 15.
Yeah. And then for kids that are out there that's 13 years old or 12 that want to do clothing brand, I'll say personally, if you just want to start, like just kind of put the product out, $100 is all you really need to start.
$100
just to start, though.
You guys heard it right here. $100 just to start.
Just to start is just $100. That's not including like the legal stuff, like the trademark.
Yeah,
that's like in the future. But
yeah,
to start to get your products and just kind of do whatever.
So what exactly are you buying with the $100 just to start?
$100 from the start. I'll say you can get at least 4 things. It could whether be a hat or a t-shirt or sweatpants. What else? Hoodies too. Like you can do one of. Like, I think you can all do all 4, maybe 3
if you budget it right.
Yeah,
right?
if you budget it right, and if you find a perfect supplier.
Yeah,
it's about $100 just to start, so you can get your products in. Because that's where I also messed up is because I have this sketch. Like, I have this coming out. But then people look at it and be like, cool. They rather feel it, hold it, see it in their hand. Because when you just show the drawing, they're just kind of like, okay, so where's the product at?
Yeah, it's a drawing.
Yeah, that's what happened when I went to, when I came back for summer 2017, that May, when I was kind of figuring stuff out. I have a drawing of it, and I have a couple products that was being made. I had a couple pictures and whatnot, but then I went to it's this clothing store by Fatima. It's like they sell Jordans and Supremes and stuff. It's like a small, it's right across from Joint. It's some store. I went in there and I was like, hey, like I'm starting up. Can you put my products in? And they said, so do you have the product with you? And I was like, I don't, but I have a picture. They didn't buy it because it was just a picture.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's the mistake I made. But yeah, just I'll say $100 start, and then just if people start to liking it, then you put maybe another 100 to make more.
So with the next 100, you're buying more product.
Yeah. Okay. And then from there, you just kind of keep flipping it, because I started off about $100 some dollars. got little products out, and then at that point I already have a savings.
Yeah.
So I went to the factory and I was like, hey, can you make the bulk?
Yeah.
And boom. So it's just a step, but
Yeah.
it's like it's a snowball effect. Just start small and get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But this will not happen overnight. That's another thing. Like they need to keep in mind, like the people that's doing clothing brand.
Yeah.
This is not something that can happen overnight. Like it takes time, takes patience, and then you have to be dedicated. Because if you're not dedicated, also it's just not gonna work out. Like that's with anything though,
Facts. Like you said, you started out from 2017 to 2020, so you're 3 years in.
It's 3 years, and finally I'm getting multiple customers that I never met.
Yeah.
And they'll come in here or they'll come to a website, and because when they order, I see their names.
Yeah. You have analytics.
Yeah, and then when people in the beginning, when people order, all the people that order, I know them because that's my friend, that's my friend, that's my friend. Now when I get the order, I'm just like, damn, I don't know who this is. That's a good feeling because it's like, damn, people actually trust me, And then usually those customers that first come the first time, they come back for a second.
Yeah.
So it's a great feeling, but again, I'm not where I want to be at yet. So it's a long process.
Yeah.
So
you know what, man? In regards to you saying like you're not where you want to be at, from the outside looking in, I think you're in. I wouldn't say like, of course, you have way more ambition for yourself and stuff like that. But me from the outside looking, I could easily say like, man, like he's in a good spot.
Yeah.
Like you're doing your thing, you're out here grinding, you're staying consistent, and your products are fucking fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
So I could definitely say that, but there's nobody that I've ever talked to that's like, yeah, I'm content with the position that I'm in right now, with the situation I'm in right now. Everybody's like, man, I don't feel like I'm at where I should be.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of like, that just boils down to like us. We're constantly hungry. We constantly want to be in a better spot. And it don't really help that social media is out there. You seen all these motherfuckers.
Really don't. Yeah. That got to me the second year when I started the clothing brand.
Yeah.
And I see these, 17, 18-year-old guys or girl, they making a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we only did it for 8 months. And then I'm like, damn. I'm like, you making $1 million in 8 months? I'm like, what? And I started looking at it, be like, damn, like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
But then
that's the wrong way to look at it.
Exactly, because maybe they had a trust fund from their parents. Like you don't know their background story.
Exactly.
They might be saying 8 months, but they've been doing it for 6 years.
Yeah,
maybe they started from when they were 12.
It's just a flex, like yeah. A lot of stuff you see over the internet is, especially now today, man.
It's tough because you see these young kids riding Lambos and all this, and it's like, damn, like
I want a Lambo too.
So it's just, you see that, and then Instagram and Twitter was little toxic to my mentality for a little bit, and then that's when I talked with my cousin Reggie. He was telling me, he was like, bro, like I got off Instagram because he's still trying not to be the JB Japanese baseball league.
Oh yeah,
basketball league.
Okay.
And then, he sees these, the Ball family or this and this and that, this is coming up. And then he even did the same thing where he just sat there and was just keep kind of, not judge himself, but he was kind of like, damn, like, why can I not be in that position? And he just keep kind of putting himself down.
Yeah.
So he got off Instagram.
Yeah.
And now he's just grinding, and I respect that from him. But it did affect me also. So Instagram can be.
Yeah, you gotta know how to use it to your ability. Exactly. And like the cons, you just gotta get away from it. That's another discussion, man. That's another topic, because I could go all day on that. Yeah, I mean, because myself, I got off of Instagram. I got off of all social media for like 3 years. I just got back on. Yeah. Just so I could, like, you know what I mean? Because I realized, like, you kind of need it if you want to put yourself in a better situation, like financially, especially like podcasting and stuff like that. Like, you need social media.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, that's crazy, man. It's kind of crazy how we kind of feel like we're a little bit different, but necessarily like we're not. You know what I mean? All of us kind of think the same and stuff like that. You know what I mean? In regards to like how social media is a little bit toxic and whatnot. But 3 years in, you said that you're just now starting to actually, I guess, you know what I mean, see the fruits of your labor. Like, what kind of feeling is that for everybody that's like still out there grinding, and they're like, man, like, when am I gonna be able to just like see results?
Man, Honestly, it's like, it feels like, so let's just say you drop a collection, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if, I mean, whoever that did track and field or football or basketball in high school or even in college, I'm pretty sure you guys get that feeling of kind of like you nervous in the beginning,
Yeah.
but then let's just say even with the football game, you win the championship. You get that weird butterfly feeling in your stomach. You just feel good. Even for track meet, you waiting in a line, right? And you're about to start. Before you start, you just feel weird, but then when you finish first, you just like get that relief, but also that weird butterfly feeling in your stomach. That's what it feels like with this collection I dropped. It was kind of like I dropped it and I was like, damn, like, okay, let's see how that shit goes. And for this one, I took my time to do the promotion, the marketing, and make sure everybody sees, what's coming out. And then I just put my phone on Do Not Disturb because I kept on checking it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put it on Do Not Disturb and go to sleep. And then started, I guess I dropped it at 5 p.m. I think. And next morning around 8, 9 o'clock, starting off, I already have about 20 orders. And that felt so weird. I was just like, yo, this is crazy. And then I liked it. But this is another mistake I made that I don't want you guys to make, was that just because you made that 20 orders came in, don't celebrate yet because you still got a job to do. As in shipping it out, creating and just sending it out. Because me, I was like, okay, this is dope. I got 20 orders already, and then I was already celebrating, kind of like, no, I wasn't jumping around, but I was just like geeked. I was like, this is crazy. And I was like, all right, wait. I was like, let me put my, kind of go back and think about this shit. This is business.
Yeah.
Get the product out first, and then you can have a little celebration. So I thought that was going to be it for that day. A couple hours later, 5, 6 orders came in, and then just kept on going. And then it finally slowed down yesterday, like kind of slowed down.
Congrats.
Yeah, so it was crazy. Appreciate it.
Congrats.
And I just kept on going and going and going. And then I never had a complaint about how slow the process is because of when I went on Instagram Live, they see me doing
I witnessed it firsthand.
Yeah,
this was a couple weeks back. I witnessed
and
it.
that's what I do with my Instagram now. It just like show the customer like, hey, like all your product is handmade by me in Japan, so it's gonna take a minute.
Yeah,
and then a lot of people understand. Some people do question, like email me like, hey, like I ordered it 3 days ago. Where's my stuff at? And it's like, okay, well,
3 days.
Yeah.
Man, look, don't be hitting this man up for an order that you ordered 3 days ago, man. Slap you. Shit, basic shipping is 10 to 12 days, man. Read the fucking fine print, nigga.
It's, that's what we do. And then I'm just like, damn, like, and I kind of felt the rush.
Yeah.
But then I was like, you know what? Nah, like, I'm not going to get this one person affect how I want to work.
Yeah.
When I rush, my product's going to come out shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, I just kind of, gather myself together. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take my time and then I'll do my best so I can give you the best quality and not the poop quality.
The rush quality,
you know what I'm saying?
And then the collection he's talking about is the one that just passed. It's the Monarch Butterfly tie-dye.
The hoodie and the shirt.
Yeah.
Those two is the one I'm making it in-house here in Japan.
Yeah, those are all handmade by him. So if you definitely copped one of those, it's a special shirt, you know what I mean? Or a hoodie or whichever you was able to cop. Talking about that now, what's the significance of the Monarch Butterfly to you? So
with the butterfly, it just kind of got the idea from that was a butterfly effect, the collection whole itself. The idea of it was that butterfly effect means like, small things that we do, we might think it don't affect in the long run, but in the long run, it will affect in the big picture. And I want to use that with my clothing brand. Right now, it's small.
Yeah.
I see it as a big company, but for other people's point of view, it is small business. I'm not making 3-4 million a year.
Yeah.
So it's still small business, but then I want to use this business to, create a better content to unite people get together. And then, like I said, like it's just, there's so much shit going on in the States, not just States, but everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Where, different color skin people, I don't want to say we get picked on, but we always get targeted. And then I know that my brand is not gonna end it, but I still want to be a part of it to help them out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I got the butterfly effect, because like I kind of feel like that's the start of it in a way, but also with a different meaning to it is because, like I said, small thing, right? Like small thing goes into big picture, meaning. So I have my brother that passed away.
Condolences. I didn't know about that. Oh, was that this Chicago?
No, that was the Fasha. He was here, and he was like my brother. We were like 4 years apart, but he treated me like a little brother. But then I'm pretty sure when he was giving me his like life advice of like, do not do this, but he won't take his own advice. I'm pretty sure he didn't know that it was gonna affect me in the long run, because he was banging.
That's deep.
He was banging GD, and when he was doing it here, you're not gonna get shot over that here.
Nope.
Yeah, so I was like, that's so cool, I want to join. And then he was like, no, the fuck you not. I'm like, you're gonna go to school, you're gonna finish school, you're going to college, you're gonna do better things. And then as a kid, I'm just like, damn, okay, but then why don't you take your own advice, kind of thing in my head.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he didn't think like that's gonna affect me in the long run. But here I am, like, if he was here, he'll be proud because I didn't go to that gang life. You know? So yeah, there's a whole bunch of meaning with the butterfly effect, but at the end of it, it means like the small things turn into a bigger picture. Fashad was he probably thought it was a small advice that he was telling me, but here I am.
Yeah.
Doing better things, and I know he's proud of me, and then I wish he was here, but it's all good though. He's watching over me, so that's the whole behind it.
Yeah,
it's a little depressing, but it's just, that's my life, and that's my clothing brand it's pretty much what I experience.
Yeah.
So.
But and then the clothing brand model is basically bringing different cultures all together as one.
Yeah, as with fashion and art.
Yeah, so Vavylon, I know you could talk about it a little bit, but you're inspired to just all people from all walks of life. You want them to be able to wear your clothing and be proud and have pride in the feeling of this clothing is, meant for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just like certain clothing store I go to, I can tell it's not for like, dark skinned brothers like us or Mexicans or whatever. That some people feel that way. You don't have to say anything, but just because of the advertisement poster, if it's all white man or all Asian, they'd be like, oh, this is probably not for me.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to feel that way. And because when I didn't got no money, but I went to Gucci store, right?
Yeah.
I know I can't get shit from there.
Yeah.
And then just by looking at it, I can just get the vibe, like, they'll look at you and be like, can this dude really afford? Like, I just don't want my customer to feel that way. And that has nothing to do, I don't think that has nothing to do with the class. I feel like it has to do with the nationality. I'm not trying to go that route, but I feel like if black man or a Mexican man with sweats and hoodie goes in a Gucci store, in the States, they're probably going to follow you around. Yeah,
there's been cases of that for sure.
And they will stare at you, or they always like have eyes on you. But then let's just say if you were a white man with just a decent slacks and shirt, they probably won't follow you. They might come up to you and be like, do you help me anything? And so I think certain company itself is low key racist.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to give that vibe out because like you said before, you don't have to talk to give out that vibe. It's your body emotion and how you do certain things will just tell people like, they're watching me. Like I can tell something. When I was in Chicago, I can just tell. Like no matter, I can go to Chicago and be like, I'm half Japanese and black. They don't give a fuck. They gonna look at me as a black kid. That's it. That's what they gonna look at me as. So that's the whole thing. Me being in the military community, like you say, you was a military too, right?
Yeah.
There is a racism in the military, but they kind of hide it more.
Yeah.
Than the civilians. And also, once you built that bond, it don't matter if you're white, yellow. It don't matter. They're together. Like,
yeah.
If you guys go into war or something, the white boy will watch your back, and
Yeah.
you'll watch his back, and that's why I kind of liked about the military community, because it's kind of like a melt. That's the definition of a melting pot, because it's like they always look at each other once that bond is found.
Yeah.
In the States, you can find that bond, but then it's just like they'll still stab you in the back, like just because of that. You know, it's just weird. But then being in that military community, I was like, you know what, I want that kind of same idea, except the racism shit, but for everybody, and that's what I want to do with my clothes. That's why I came up with this brand name Vavylon.
Yeah, I respect it, man. And man, that's you know, those are always touchy subjects.
Yeah.
Those are always subjects that, you know, are gonna be controversial, and you know, as long as you bring in positivity to it though, and light, which, you know, obviously Chima is doing, because, you know what I mean, this clothing company is for everybody. It's not for you because you're white or you're black or you're brown or you're pink. You know what I mean? It's literally, you should have pride whenever you put on this clothing, because it's for you. It's meant for you. It's not meant because you can't afford it or you can't afford it. It's nothing like that. And when you bring up that kind of topic, how you feel about, like, are you familiar with, like, Birkin bags? You know, like, it's a fad right now. It's like, I forgot who said it, but some, like, rap chick was like, I'm fucking with no niggas that can't buy me a Birkin bag. I'm like, bitch, that's a down payment on a house.
Oh God.
Fuck am I buying you that dumbass shit for?
It's like, and then those are the people that's high class that can spend a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
You know? So,
but do you feel like it's necessary to spend that type of money on a bag? Or is it just because you got it, is like, fuck it, right? Like, I got it, fuck it, I got like 15 million in the bank. A Birkin bag, 35,000, 40K. That ain't shit. Let me go splurge a little bit. But
I think that mentality don't last long.
Yeah.
Because on the long run, people do end up broke. They'll spend on dumb shit like that. And then, you know, that is, I'll call it, that's a lie, but it's not an asset. It's not going to bring you no money. It's just, you know, and even it's a bag at the end of the day. So let's just say you throw the bag in the fire. That's it. You know, that's it.
It's 35K, 40K gone.
Exactly. So it's like, that's why I kind of look into more, like, once I make more money, I would like to get into, like, investing in stock and this and that. Because that's going to bring you money when you're sleeping.
Oh, man, I got a homie. Shouts out to the nigga Taylor. You know who he is, bro. That nigga is killing it right now, bro. Like, on stocks, oh my gosh, boy. He be sending me, like, screenshots. I'd be like, bro, you killing it right now. Man. It's actually to the point where he's like, look, he living off of it right now.
Right? So, like, you know, like, people need to start doing that. Like, these, but also don't let these rappers fool you, because they do, a lot of them do invest.
Yeah.
And then, like, even with the whole music thing, you know, they be like, fuck bitches, fuck that, this, you know, I got bad bitches, but at the end of the day, they got a loyal ass wife, and they got a whole family. So this, you know, just even with everything, just like I like go back to the Instagram, just don't, you know, compare yourself with people on Instagram or YouTube or whatever, because they're also actors. They're acting. They're trying to make money.
Hey, that's well said, man. They're fucking they're facades out here, bro.
They're
a bunch of facades,
acting,
man.
That's all. So,
but with that being said, I'm gonna bring it back to the business, man.
Yeah.
What's your business, like, short-term goals or long-term goals that you have right now?
Short-term goals will be just keep it consistent. So, and when I say consistent, I don't mean by you know, making certain amount of money and staying that way. I mean, that is in the picture also, but then also just keep, you know, making the like the Vavylon team bigger and bigger and bigger. Meaning, because right now I'm a one-man army right now. I'm doing everything: marketing, taking pictures, web design, financial stuff, and product. I'm doing everything right now.
Yeah.
And as this collection really kind of opened my eye, where I was like, you might need assistant, you know?
Yes.
I was like, I might need assistant, because once I get assistant, I'm able to pull out more clothes in more quicker time. Because I know right now people will be like, oh, it's cool. Like, you know, it can take 2-3 weeks to get to me. And then at a certain point, when I start getting more big, people are not going to buy that. They're going to be like, okay, well, you making this much money. Like, why don't you get an assistant, or why don't you get a factory to do it now? Why don't you get? Because I know people think that way. Once you get little, big, they're like, okay, why don't you have more people to working for you? And so it's like my short term is like I really want to build a team. Yeah, that's my short term, and to me, I don't care if it's a girl, a guy. It don't matter who you are, gay. I don't care. Yeah, it's just like if you can't do a certain job, I will hire you, and then I'll pay you. You know, that's my short term at the moment. Long term is I want to open a shop in either Tokyo or Osaka.
Brick and mortar, right? Place somebody could come in. You don't want.
Yeah.
Why are you influenced to actually try and do a brick and mortar with how like coronavirus impacted a bunch of like clothing stores and stuff like that, and you start to see people go shy away from actually going into stores and just ordering online?
Yeah.
Have you like thought about that? Consider that too?
So let's just say even I do online shopping also, like when I go to Amazon or whatever. But then I would sit there and be like, damn, I wish I could see this product first. You know, and there's gonna be millions of people like that.
Yeah, I agree.
So especially when it comes to clothes. Yeah. And I know a lot of girls and guys do it too, but especially when it comes to jeans or a hoodie or a jacket, you know, they rather try it on and see like, okay, you know what, this is too short, or oh, this is right here is too big, or it's this and this and that. So I think having a store will help that. So that's the long term, but that's like in 5, 6, 7 years. Like I would like to have a store. But right now, it's just gonna, like you said, COVID.
I don't think it's gonna be around that long.
Yeah, because they said they found a vaccine, so let's just hope that shit works.
You taking a vaccine?
I ain't taking that shit.
You got to. We work for the government. You got to take a vaccine.
But yeah, if that vaccine comes, if it works, then maybe it might not be 5, 6. I don't know.
Yeah,
I want to have soon, because a lot of people do ask me like, yo, when are you gonna open a store? Like, when are you gonna open a store? It's like, shit, like that's pretty dope.
It is.
So I'm like, I want to open soon, but yeah, Osaka and Tokyo though, it won't be here.
Makes sense. Yeah. Oki's lacking a lot. In just a lot of areas. Man.
Exactly. So
you know what I mean? I be a recent homie, shouts out to CD. I be watching his stories and stuff like that. He just moved over to Tokyo and stuff like that. And just from his story, you could tell like there's a difference between mainland Japanese people and Okinawa Japanese people. Mainland Japanese people are like, they're kind of like American in a lot of senses. They're outgoing. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're very friendly and they're not like shy and like conservative. Whereas Okinawa a little bit over. It's a little bit more conservative.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Which I thought would be opposite. You know, because they got shit ton of military base here. Yeah. But then I met a couple people that's more outgoing. Yeah. I'm just like, are you Okinawan? Like, you're really outgoing for Okinawan. But yeah, when I went to Tokyo multiple times, it's like those people are more open. They're open to anything. Yeah. Here, I feel like they're so closed off in their box that they're comfortable. So, but yeah, definitely Tokyo. Because like you said, like I seen City, like he put his talent in Tokyo, and then I think he'll do great things over there.
Oh, absolutely. I agree too. I think he will. In regards to you, for your short-term goals, delegating, you would like to like hire like some assistants to kind of take off some of the workload off of you and whatnot. Now that you're doing everything yourself though in the beginning, do you think that's a positive going forward or a negative? Because the way I look at it, you started off doing everything yourself, so you have mind of what needs to be done necessarily, versus not knowing what needs to be done and having somebody else do it before you, and then they're kind of the ones that's telling you like how stuff should go.
So with that, I like how my I don't want to say my leadership style, but how I manage people. I mean, I manage multiple restaurants, but what I do with that is when it comes to those kind of stuff, I usually kind of do have a whole brainstorm with the staff. Meaning like, I won't sit here and be like, this is how we're gonna fucking do it. If you don't like it, then fucking leave. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. So even with my business, like that leadership. When I'm with my business, let's just say I hire this marketing guy, right? Yeah. And then I'll be like, hey, I want it to be done this way. And then he'll be like, oh, like, he'll be like, hey, sir, like, I think this is a better way. I wouldn't really shove them off. I'd be
Yeah.
like, okay, let me hear, you know, because I think that's where you create that strong bond. Because I see multiple managers do that where it's like, no, I'm the boss, you know, listen to me, and it's kind of like a lot of employees will be like, you know what, fuck it, yeah, sure, like you do your way. If it fucks up, it's your fault.
Facts.
Like I don't want that. So I guess you know, doing that, I want it to be a positive thing. And then I don't want to create that negativity in that company, like my company, to the point that when you start creating that weird friction and having this like a barrier between the employees, I feel like I'm drifting away from this like a mission statement for my brand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to unite, but the company's all divided because I'm being a dickhead. So yeah, I feel like, you know, if I hire a marketing guy, I hire him for a fucking reason.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, do this, because obviously he has maybe a better idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like I would do a whole brainstorm, make sure everything's cool, and yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I would like to, but hopefully it's a positive thing, though.
If you guys go and check out Vavylon official, correct me. For your company's IG.
It's Vavylon_official.
Okay, right. Every time I go to that page, man, that stuff is constantly going. It's constantly pointing out stuff. It's constantly, you know, marketing. What are you doing? Because I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, this dude's killing it. He's constantly like, you know, putting his brands to the masses. He wants people to see him. You know what I mean? So what's your strategy marketing wise right now?
So my strategy marketing right now, or actually it changed recently. I used to not post a lot on Instagram.
Yeah.
But what I do now is I would post at least 1 or 2 a day, just to make sure. And if you don't got a picture to post, at least post a story. So post a story of your product, like this is coming out, this is out, this, like just make sure you engage with the customer.
Yeah.
And another thing is, just because the Instagram update in the most weird fucking way where it's like only 20 people like kind of thing, don't let that like fool you, because yes, they liked it, but my mentality now is like, who saw it?
Impressions.
So shit, most of my pictures I only get like, right now, most of the stuff I get about 100 something.
Yeah, it's great.
But then when I go to the statistic of who saw it, it's almost a 16K.
Lit.
You know?
And that's impressions. That's
exactly.
lit.
So 16K people saw it.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's kind of like, fuck the likes.
Yeah.
I mean, like my shit though, but still.
Yeah.
You know, but people see it. So it's just like, all right, that's cool. Like, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, that's the most important part. As long as you're getting it out there, it's in people's face, you know what I mean? Their eyeballs are locking on to Vavylo.
Exactly.
And I see why people are looking at it. It's dope shit.
Yeah,
it really is dope shit. You have a variety of different, you know what I mean? You got the bucket hats. You have the mask now, the Vavylo mask.
Yeah.
You have crew necks, hoodies, and then you have the vest. What is that, man?
This is a chest rig. So I think it's more for like people that does construction. So they put their walkie-talkie here, and then wherever the fuck you want to put here. And like I put my wallet and stuff here.
What inspired you to do a chest rig?
This one, what was I on? I think I was on Tumblr. I think I was on Tumblr or Instagram or something.
I never been on Tumblr.
Tumblr was that was my middle school Instagram for me, but yeah, they have this like this. There was a guy who had this, and like just everything, he was blacked out, like black pants, black shoes, black hoodie, chest rig, and had mask and lash. I was like, that's pretty dope. And I was just kind of looking it up, and I was like, that's pretty cool. And then I saw a couple rappers wear it, and I was like, this is gonna blow up.
The chest rig?
Yeah. And I was like, let me just do it. So I just found a supplier. I was like, hey, I need this much, send it. And they're like, cool. They sent it to me, and then that's what I got. And then it's pretty simple, but I put this on myself. And then this is the reflector, so if you take a picture, it reflects. But honestly, summertime, this shit, man, this shit hot. Like, cause I don't know why. I think it's cause it's nylon and it's stuck to your
stomach. It's so small though. How would it be hot?
So this is nylon, so the heat doesn't go through much. So like, right here it gets all sweaty. So summertime, if you lift it up, if you got a gray shirt, you're gonna have a
wet
spot.
Yeah.
But I like this because like especially for for girls too, but if you guys go to the club and you don't want to carry your purse, you don't want to carry your phone, or you don't want to carry your phone in your pocket, this is the perfect one because you can put the wallet here and you can slide your phone here. Not the new one though, not the what is it, the plus, the big shit, the big phone.
Oh, the iPhone 12?
iPhone 12 and all that, like big ones. The big ones might not fit, but then if you got normal 10, like whatever, you can slide in, you can close it. And it's pretty secure, so that's why I made this one. But I like this. I like to take this to the club when I do go, because then I don't have to worry about people picking pocket my shit. Because everything is in front.
True.
So if they try this shit, you might get your shit rocked. You know.
True. But you did mention, girls wearing it and stuff like that. You do have couple stuff for women. Yeah, you do have a couple women clothing on there. You plan on coming out like more women clothing? What's going on with that?
So right now, women clothes is hard. It's super hard because of the breast size or this size. Certain girls want crop tops and certain girls don't want crop tops, but they want this skinny. I don't know what to call it, but I'm still learning.
Yeah,
but I'm looking at doing more girl clothing. So another short-term goal going back is kind of like I do want to have a collection just for a girl, like just for girls only, but also have a different collection for a guy, and I'll drop it at the same time. But girls will have their own, and guys will have their own. But that's future because I need to learn the girls, how it works, everything.
Where would you start? Since you say like you need to learn like basically the women's curvatures and stuff like that. Like, where would you start?
So, man, when was it? I think I posted 3 weeks. Oh, no, not 3 weeks. So it was like a week ago. I bought this book. Yeah, I forgot what it's called. I think I have it saved, but I'll show it to you later. But there's this book about like fashion designing and how things work, like for girls and women, girls and men, where how to measure, how to do certain things, what girls look at more. And what I learned about girl clothes is like, for guys, we can literally post a hoodie on a white background with nobody in it, just a hoodie itself.
Yeah.
We'll buy it. All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I think girls, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like girls rather see another girl wear it, and then they'll kind of click and like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Because she's wearing it. I want it. I think that's how it works with the girls.
I think I agree.
Yeah. Because, if you go to... what is it called? H&M or Fashion Nova or Forever 21. When you go to girls section, guy too, but when I saw girl section, especially Fashion Nova, it's all those pretty girls wearing all the dress, and then I feel like girls will create the image on their hair like, if I'm that, I think I look like this kind of thing. Yeah. So I try to do that with the girls, but it's difficult because again, it's like now you have to think about the girl I took a picture of, she's 5'2", breast is this big and this, and then she's da-da-da-da-da. But then if 6'2" girl looking at her like, okay, well, how would I fit me? It's just those kind of stuff gets a little tricky. Yeah, and
so, they take their clothing serious. Man. Yeah, that's why it's like a crazy amount. It's $1 billion industry, women's clothing, and like makeup and all of that. So I think you're headed down the right track though. You're taking the initiative to figure it out.
Exactly. Right. You have to, because business is not just where you make money and be cool about it. It's you have to learn a lot. You have to read a lot. So if you don't like reading, I don't like fucking reading. I still bought this book because I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna learn because it's what I love to do. So it's so much comes into a factor when it comes to not just clothing brand, but just business in general. Yeah.
Oh, don't get twisted. This nigga know how to sew too. He could sew.
Yeah, I learned that shit from YouTube. So
shouts out YouTube. I always teaching niggas how to do shit. So
man,
sew, man. What inspired you to start sewing?
Fuck.
So that's random. But
there's this guy. Actually, there's two guys. This guy owns what is it called? Palicos. I hope I'm saying it right. And then Visionary Worldwide. I think his name is Stefan. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. But I see the store and they're always sewing and making their own stuff.
Yeah, you got inspired by
And
that.
oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it didn't really get to me, so I was like, okay, that's cool, but that's their style, you know, that's their clothing brand. They'd rather cut and sew all the time. Like I'm like, I go to school, I go to work. I'm like, I don't got that much time in my hand to be sewing. But then again, I was like, nah, that's another fucking excuse that I'm fucking making. And I was like, oh, whatever. And I was just kind of for a little bit, and then my mom, when the COVID happened, she started sewing masks. And I was like, fuck, that's a good ass skill to know.
Yeah.
And then I had this sewing machine at the house for a long time. That was mine. And I didn't touch it. I was like, fuck, I'm like, I should do something. I don't know, I should do this shit. So I went on YouTube and I was like, how to fucking sew? And then I was like, all right, cool. And I sewed it and whatnot. But the first time when I sewed, I made a kimono fabric scarf. A little rough, but you know, one of my boys was like, hey, I'll fuck with it. I'll get it for me. And I was like, all right, cool. And then now, 2 days ago, I sewed kimono fabric, but not a scarf, but I made a side bag, a small one. And then that came out clean as fuck. So I was like, that. So my next collection will be mainly a cut and sew. So it's gonna be a lot of limited. It's gonna be like 1 or 2 hoodies, or I'm gonna put a lot of time into this.
Yeah.
So, and it's gonna cost more because of how much threads I'm using and the fabrics and this and that.
And if you guys don't have an idea what kimono fabric looks like, Google that shit. It's fire.
Yeah, that's dope. And then just the place I go to buy this kimono fabric. It's a little expensive, but it's the good quality one.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the next hoodie might not be $70. It might be more because of the fabric. But you are getting a Japanese kimono fabric, not no bootleg shit.
Yeah, not nothing from China.
Yeah, this is straight made in Japan. So I make sure of that too. Yeah. So,
and I think I speak for myself, obviously, right? When it's obvious that the Japanese culture and like tradition in regards to like everybody knows like Japan makes really great quality products everywhere around the world. I was watching a video the other day where this dude in Pakistan was saying something about like Japan's like products, you know what I mean, like how high quality it is, and it's obvious that you infuse that in your clothing brand too, because everything is good quality. I mean, I fucks with the shirt heavy, you know what I mean? I fucks with the quality of the stuff. I fucks with everything they do, and especially I had to support. For your business right now, like what challenges are you see yourself facing right now?
Right now, man, I don't even know right now. Like right now, I'm in that area where I'm getting comfortable.
Ooh,
but again.
It's 3 years grind though.
Yeah, it takes 3 years. But I guess my challenge next will be, actually I do have a challenge, which is whatever I created this collection, my challenge is to make better one for the next collection. I don't want it to be the same. So like those $40-$30 hoodie, it's gonna be the same quality. Like this is not bad at all. Like
no, it's really good quality. I'm looking at
quality. It's fine. But when it comes to like the custom stuff, like where I sew and cut, I want to be better. So even I want to make the threading better. I don't want it to be all crooked and shit. Like I want to make it perfect. Yeah. So next collection, I want it to be better than what I dropped this collection. That's the challenge I have, because now I have to learn more and how to perfect it, and then that comes with practice. So if I fuck up, I gotta order another one. You know, so but I'm gonna perfect it because I want people to be like, okay, this shit is like A1, like you know. So like I want people to treat my brand like it's the most amazing shit in the world, and that's what I want it to be. So that's the challenge, but that's gonna be tough because of certain people have certain expectations. But I don't really give a fuck.
I mean, but as long as your standard itself is high, it should definitely meet your customer's expectation. Yeah. You know, because I'm satisfied with what I have right now.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Damn, I did have a question for you too in regards to what you were saying. Oh, in regards to what you were saying. Oh, the monarch butterfly. I just remember by looking at it. I saw the latest collection you just dropped, right?
Yeah.
The butterfly, man, dope. Legit, like I like so the wings, and I like how like you took out like certain spots of the wings and it kind of like blended in with like the tie dye and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know a lot of your stuff is limited, but is that like something you'd kind of like keep close to you, the monarch butterfly itself, in like probably 3, 4, 5 collections from now? You know what I mean? Be like, man, I really want to bring this butterfly back in, but with a different
look. Yes. So with the butterfly, the hoodies, the tie-dye hoodies, and the shirt, I got a great compliments. Nobody said it was shit. Nobody said the quality is trash. Nobody said anything. Everybody's like, yo, this is the most. Like, a lot of people were like, I'm not trying to offend you, but this was the best collection ever dropped.
Yeah, it's unique.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck. And that's when they tell me that, I keep those 2 hoodies kind of like in like an archive. It's like, you know what? Maybe in 2 years, I'll bring it back, but with more better fabric or more better design.
Yeah.
Or, but I'm thinking right now, the hoodie, the black tie-dye hoodie, I'm thinking about bringing it back like either beginning of December or mid-December. Talking to the factory right now to see what they can do for me, because December is right around the corner. So I need like ASAP, but if they can, like, I would love to. But I want to bring that back because of it's still going to be cold. Yeah. Not for us, where it's fucking hot as shit here. But states is snowing and all that shit. It's going to be like that till April maybe.
Yeah.
So I would like to bring it back. So I'll post it on Instagram just to make sure you check our story. I'll tell you when is the drop date if I get it on time, because of COVID still, it's a little iffy with the whole, what is it called, like the shipment.
Yeah.
So I gotta kind of talk with the factory, but I'm working on it. So I'll keep you guys posted.
I got that. Make sure you guys look out for it. In regards to like you own your own business, man. You own your own company, your own clothing brand. You design everything. I mean, what does it mean to you to be your own boss?
Honestly, to be your own boss, I always wanted to be my own boss because, hell, my mom is her own boss. She has her own daycare. My grandma has her own, So I was always surrounded by boss people. Like, it's self-made boss,
Yeah.
So first, the good thing about being a boss yourself is that you don't gotta, what do you call it? Check in with nobody, like. I got work. I got work right now, so I go in. I gotta check in, like, hey, I'm here, or hey, can I get this day off? Like, it's.
I think vacation days is the worst.
Like, hey, can I get a leave? It's like, where you going, bruh?
Exactly, man.
But
military's
always asking questions.
Yeah, man.
But not just that, but just the fact that being your own boss is cool, but then also because you're doing something you love.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you're a boss. You're doing what you love to do.
Yeah.
And if you want a 2 months vacation, hell, go ahead. Like,
exactly.
Do whatever you want. But at the end of the day, when it comes to being a self-made, like, boss yourself,
yeah,
it's not like working for the government where your paycheck is certain.
Yeah.
If you slack, you're gonna get no money. You can work for the government. You can half-ass your way out. You're still gonna get a paycheck every 1st and 15th.
Facts.
So that's like when it comes. That's what kind of showed me with the COVID, where a lot of boss itself was kind of like, they have their own business, they're doing great. COVID happened and they lost money. And then government was like, oh, we'll give you a stimulus check. It's like, okay, what the fuck, $1,200 gonna do for a business?
Facts.
Government working for them. It's like, all right, cool. COVID. All right, well, you still gonna get your paycheck still.
Yeah.
So it's a win. It's you lose some, you win some. So, but again, just cause I gotta take my own advice too, but I think a lot of people get too comfortable with their job and they feel secure.
Yeah.
But I think when you get that security, you feel like, oh shit, like, do I really need to put 100% into my brand? Do I really need to? And it's just like, I had that mentality for a while. It's like, well, if this don't work out, I still got this government job, so I'm cool. But that mentality fucked it up when it comes to producing something. Because now you're not really passionate no more. You just kind of just doing it for side business. So I kind of cut that out. So that's why I went all in on this one, to the point that I had to manage school, work, and doing this. It was stressful, but at the end of the night, I did what I love to do. So I go to sleep at 4 a.m, but now I'm like, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But also being your boss yourself, you have to manage everything. You can't call yourself a boss, but then don't do your job, or it's just I can go forever. It's just so much in factor, because people want to be their own boss, but then do you have what it takes to be a boss?
Yeah, it's definitely easier to work a 9 to 5 than to be your own CEO.
Yeah,
because you just gotta take orders, but when you're your own boss, man,
you gotta do everything, and you gotta build your own team, and it's so much that I can't even explain it.
Yeah,
you
but
just have to try it.
You definitely you would encourage everyone to try to be their own boss in whatever they're passionate about, though.
Sure. Like if you like singing, rapping, art, like all that shit, just try. Like, that's all I can say. Like, just try. At least you try.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at 80, 90 years old, you're on your deathbed and be like, I don't want nobody to just lay there in the bed and be like, fuck, I should have done this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want you to feel that way. I won't have that regret no more.
Facts,
man.
Like
just, I hope this works out, and I'm gonna make this work. But let's just say if it doesn't work out,
then that's okay too.
At least I did my best, so I'll have no regrets when I'm about to fucking go away from this world. Like, there's no regret. But if I didn't do it, I feel like there's gonna be a regret where it's gonna be like, fuck, I should have done it.
Yeah.
And by then it's too late. So whatever you guys want to do out there is watching this, just make sure you just pursue your dream and your goal. If it doesn't work out, cool. But I'll say don't give up the first try. Go maybe 1 second or third try. If it still doesn't work out, then maybe it's not for you. Yeah. So just keep on grinding. Just dedicate yourself.
Yeah.
And you should be fine. So
you guys heard it here, man, from Chima, man. With that being said, man, my last question to you, man, is what's your dream and what are you currently doing to achieve your dreams?
Man, my dream is just to, be the well-known clothing brand like all around the world. And to do that, I'm just creating more content, keep dropping what I have to drop, and then make sure everything is cool. Customers are happy. And then slowly I want to build my team. And I think that's it. But my goal is just to be big. Like, I don't really want to be famous, because I just kind of, but I just want to be well-known for my brand, And then, I'm just always going to work hard. And, also don't be afraid to just email me or DM me or whatever. Just be like, hey, like, I have this great idea, or like, just like input, like, hey, like, this hoodie was cool, but would it be better if you had da-da-da-da-da. I won't take it offended about it. I'll just be like, all right, that's pretty cool. Like, I didn't see that. So I would like to just I want to build that door where anybody can talk to me. I might not be able to answer all the emails, but I'll pick and choose which one, but I'm always open to talk to the people and then the customers out there. So yeah, I want to be more open, because I know once people make it to that point, it's kind of like, nah, the famous will talk to me. So I don't want to get to that point, because without you guys, like, I won't be where I am. So yeah, that's most of it. But that's my dream, I guess. Not a dream, it's more of a goal. Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? That the dream, and you're actually taking steps.
Yeah.
And as goals towards your dreams.
Exactly.
Yeah. So there it is, man. You know what I mean? The guy from Chima. I appreciate you coming on a podcast, man, and just talking about Vavylon and everything like that, man. It was definitely a dope experience.
Yeah.
It's our second time doing it. I had to call this nigga out on that.
Yeah. I didn't like the first one. I kind of went off track. I don't know what I was talking about, but Yeah, I think this one, you know, I appreciate you for having me. It was just more smoother, and I think I understand more what my brand was. So shout out to him for having me again. I know I'm a headache, but I like everything perfect.
Yeah,
so.
sure. I appreciate you coming on.